Okay, guys, I'm here today with the legend Josh Barnett. Huge honor for me. And guys, Josh just showed an entire instruction all about Armlocks, and today he's gonna show us one of his favorite here, which is the straight arm lock, right?
Yeah, it's just a little, it's just a technique to use when you come across a common defense against this move.
Yeah.
So I'll ask you to lay down for me. I love this. This is the easiest way to pass Bernardo's guard, is just do these videos. So we're attacking this arm here. Let's say double wrist lock, right? And people very commonly lock the inside of your thigh. So obviously if Bernardo's leg is up, or even if it's planted on the floor, like I'm not driving his hand all the way through the flesh and bone and everything of his leg. And he's using this to create a frame and make himself strong. I can sit here and be heavy on him, and there is a lot of value in that, but I'm still actually really close to getting a submission. And I'll show you how. So I went for that double wrist lock to begin with. All right, it's not there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna slide my frame up here down a little bit, get right above the elbow. Now from here, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push Bernardo's knee and leg to the floor. Now, I'm gonna drive it straight across, and now this is no longer able to be used as a frame to strengthen the arm. Not to mention, it is no longer in the way of me executing the arm into that lock.
Oh gosh, one more time, because how did you push my leg down again?
So we're here, I get close to the elbow. I wanna hit this move as soon as it opens up. I'm just gonna take this hand and push it kind of slightly up and across.
Okay.
And now it'll roll right off. Here. And I want to use my thumbs because I don't want to get into this and then have Bernardo roll his hand all the way through and then lose what I just created. So as I'm here, I'll push his hand down and roll it right into my finish, which I'm also, you will notice, not doing this. And on my instructional, I'll show you exactly why you never use that frame, but instead keep the arms separate, punch up, pinch, and drive. Use my whole arm to finish the hold, not just my wrist and hands. No kitty hands.
That's awesome. No, that's awesome. And it's kind of like quick. Like as soon as I lose this grip, I'm screaming here.
People don't realize how close they are to being submitted, because even as you're sitting here, look at how close to being straight that elbow is already.
My arms are
and if I can get my fulcrum just in place, as soon as that leg starts to drop off, boom, it goes right straight into being locked out right then and there.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, no, that's awesome. Yeah, no, I love all those like little tricks that comes from catch wrestling, you know, like because it's very, at least like seen from outside my vision, is that the catch wrestling is very like submission oriented. While Jiu-Jitsu is very like positional scoring the points oriented. So the submissions on catch wrestling is almost like judo, you know, like it's quick.
Yeah, well, I mean, part of it, at least from the way I teach it, is that the less time you have to defend it, the better chance I have to finish it. Because the more time I give someone who is of a high level, the more they're going to find a way to fight through it, get out of it, make that last little adjustment. You know, when I was going against Dean Lister, I really thought for sure I had him in a double wrist lock. And somehow he just managed to just get out of it at that last second. And that's the margins that you're dealing with when you're wrestling with people at the highest level. That's why they're at the highest level. But there's a lot of control and position and catch as well. That's where that riding, like you'd watch in a collegiate wrestling match, comes in. This is also why a lot of MMA guys with a wrestling background are so successful, because they get on top and they stay on top. Whereas it's difficult to keep that opponent down.
Yeah, how the Jiu-Jitsu guys sometimes have a hard time in MMA because they're great in Jiu-Jitsu, but they're not as great as holding people down.
Yes.
And I think that's... Oh, Josh, one more question. So every time you're on top, you're very heavy, and you know how to use your weight really well, and where to use your weight, which is normally on my diaphragm. This is like a catch wrestling thing, or this is like a Josh Barnett thing?
I think it's a little of both. Eric Paulson really helped me develop being heavier. You know, I came from Matt Hume, who we used good pressure, but we were a bit more oriented towards flowing and chaining our submissions. So Matt really helped me to be able to go from one to the next, to the next, to the next, and next, and isolate that limb, lock it down on its own. So a lot of times where people are like, oh, you don't have enough control. It's like, no, I have control of what I'm going to break. So I'm not concerned with the rest of it. But then when I got with Eric, Eric also, he just felt like a lead covered boulder, you know, with the being pressed on you by the Statue of Liberty. Like, he's just heavy as shit. So I'm like, well, how did you develop this? And he just started talking about how he sinks his hips and different things, and things that he learned from Hegan, who's also a notoriously heavy rider. I think, why am I forgetting his name? Laborio, I believe he's also very heavy on top. And yeah, I guess as far as jiu-jitsu is concerned, I'm probably a lot more like Laborio, Paulson, and Hegan than your other styles. But I just started developing, getting that feel for driving my hips and finding my connection with the mat and through into my opponent.
Right, I would even ask you that, like at some point, one instructional video all about how to develop that would be amazing, because you are very heavy.
Yes.
But you feel even heavier, which is like insane, you know, like to be on board.
I feel like it's a overlooked aspect of wrestling, you know, and you know, you and I, we both know a lot about submitting people and wrestling and grappling and doing all these things. So if any of us can ever get a guy in a position where their arm is stuck and it's getting weaker, or their neck is getting stressed and it's getting weaker, or their body's getting crushed, that's how we're going to find that extra advantage against each other or other people on the mats. And we have to find those little gaps, because everybody we get on the mats with is really good, and they're not going to want to give us any of those opportunities. But a lot of people don't think much about, oh, well, he's only in half guard, so I'm not worried about it. Well, you will be worried about it if your neck's getting torched and your chest is getting crushed. You know, maybe you don't worry about it for the first minute. Maybe after the second, third minute, you're just like, I want to be anywhere by here.
No, and everybody is just as tough until they get tired.
Of course.
Once they get tired, it's another game. It's almost like the quote from Mike Tyson that
everybody has a plan until they get hit. Yeah.
In jiu-jitsu or in grappling until you get tired. You know?
Until you get tired. That's true. And I did an instructional called Punishing Rides a long time ago with my friend Jake Shannon, who's got instructionals here at BJJ Fanatics through Scientific Wrestling. But I do actually have a plan to update that. And I guess at your request, I'll put some drills in there as well on how to help develop that crushing force. Although I won't use Chris to smash on him for the drills. I'll bring in a proper piece of equipment to work on that. Something that I used as well.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. But guys, make sure to check it out. Josh Martin's newest instructional video all about Armlocks, and it's going to be at bjjfanatics.com very soon. Maybe by the time you're watching, it's already there. So make sure to check that out. And thank you.
Thanks, bud.
Appreciate it.
Please help me out to grow my YouTube channel. Just click subscribe. And to watch more videos, just click under see more videos. I hope you enjoyed.
BJJFanatics.com. Use the promo code YouTubeFaria to get 10% off any instructional video. Improve your jiu-jitsu faster.